There's no place like Dooney's. For a quarter century, this unassuming local spot has been a cultural mecca, drawing the brightest lights in film, literature, and theater, and giving them a place to hang their hats. Owner Graziano and his regulars have formed their own community, fighting and writing and creating a vibrant cafe atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the city. Unfortunately, time has taken its toll on the space, and things are coming apart. The decor is dated, the paint is peeling, and the shoddy furniture, although familiar, isn't making any new fans. To top it off, Graziano has more friends than sales, and the restaurant is not serving enough food or customers to keep it afloat. Restaurant Makeover is sending executive chef Corbin Tomaszeski.
This is really good.
And top designer Jonathan Furlong.
The whole design can't change.
To give this fiercely loved institution a facelift and try to draw in some much-needed new faces without alienating the family of regulars. With pressure like that, things are bound to get interesting.
So, this is Dooney's. What do you think?
You know what? It's looking pretty good.
It's not the worst place we've walked into, but you know, this place has been around here for like 25 years. It's exactly the same way that I remember it from 15 years ago when I went in there. I think I was 5 years old.
Rising top designer Jonathan Furlong has been designing interiors for an elite list of the who's who all over North America.
Truthfully, it's not that bad. I mean, but it's patchwork.
I don't know why we're here because this is pretty decent. Normally we're in like some pretty nasty places.
Well, decent's actually maybe a bit of a stretch.
No, there's beautiful art on the wall.
I like the place. It's just gotta have. It looks like there's been a bunch of, you know, sort of semi-done renovations.
Yeah, the tables, they're functional. They look like card tables. You know, who would want to play a little bridge when you're in the restaurant?
Corbin Tomaszeski is an award-winning chef who has prepared dishes in kitchens throughout the nation. Currently, he's the executive chef at the Holt's Cafe in prestigious Holt Renfrew.
And, you know, it's got a functional bar, you've got some wine.
The bar is, you know, you can tell it's built like a tank. The brick is gorgeous. It's got, you know, it's got really strong design potential. Doesn't this look a little? I'm sorry, it's a little short.
Yeah, there's banquettes. They're a little skinny, but you know, they're for the people with small butts. Kick-ass cooler there, it's pretty big, so I'm assuming it's full of food all the time, which means they're cranking out the meals, and hopefully that's a good sign.
Hello.
Corbin.
Corbin, nice to meet you.
I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan, nice to meet you.
So you must be Graziano.
Indeed.
You are Dooney's. My God, 25 years? I remember this place as being, you know, a haven for journalists and a lot of artists and lots of berets and things like that.
I think it's still a haven for that. Things have changed a lot in the neighborhood. You know, more sushi, more,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
more franchises. I think Dooney's has been affected to a great deal because we've lost that community base, that 30 and above. Our clientele's always been an older clientele. So now we're finding that more and more people are being attracted to cheaper and cheaper foods.
So the people coming in, are they eating dinner?
No, I don't think we're serving enough food during the peak periods. So what we're getting is a whole lot of seating for a long period of time, and we're not getting the turnover. The part that really I am interested in developing is a dinner look, giving it a more intimate look.
If I was to walk into Dooney's and have something to eat, what would I have?
We've changed on a number of occasions, and what we've changed was, the latest one was our anniversary, and we've done more Calabrian cooking, and we've done a Southern Italian menu. And I think a lot of it represents, you know, a healthy way to go. If we can create a kind of balance in pricing and create some quality meal, people can come out every day and enjoy themselves.
Dooney's doesn't sound Italian to me.
The original name was supposed to be Dooney, D-O-N-E-Y. The sign people made a mistake. It was a cafe in Rome, which is one of the most famous cafes in Rome.
So is that what you want? You want a business that's, you know, pumping and it's got the humming and the hawing and you're turning the table 7 days a week.
I think we're looking for balance. Dooney's is better measured by its people and the quality of its people and the caring of its community.
If Restaurant Makeover this is beyond us, what's going to happen?
It's an interesting question, and I think I'm more frightened of the future as a result of the kind of direction the community is going in, right, and the type of businesses that are coming in. At the end of it, I have to think that survival is more important than Dooney's not being here. Excuse me,
What the hell's that?
Oh my gosh. What's everybody doing here?
Well, a lot of people who are a little disturbed about the renovation.
This is the community you were talking about.
We are Dooney's.
We've never had a crowd of people come in and actually want to have a say. You know what? I think it's going to get ugly.
I don't get it. I thought we talked about this.
I'm really concerned that you're going to turn this into something that's not Graziano by leaving it in the hands of other people.
It's like the town mob.
I'm 90% in favor of change. I want to keep the brick as it is.
You know, after you've been coming to a place for a long time, you feel it's a little bit a part of you as well.
This is where we circulate the gossip and the news of the day. It's a kind of community dialysis.
It's very important to keep the warmth that is in here, which keeps us coming back. This is our home for so many years.
Normally, it's always about the owner, and then we think about the customer. Now we got to think about both, and that's huge. That's a big job. Nobody's talking about the food. What about the food?
It's been the same menu for so long. It's time for a change.
Okay, guys, let's just take a vote. I'd like to see everybody's support on this. I'd feel much better. Come on, what do you think? Show some hands. Come on. John, come on, John. Come on. We need John.
No, I can't do it.
John.
All right.
And the vote is yes to Restaurant Makeover.
What do you guys think? You got full support here.
It's an honor, really, to be able to do something in a place that has this much passion. I've told them how I feel. Corbin, are you in?
Absolutely. I think this will be the best Restaurant Makeover episode ever.
All right.
Just do it, all right?
We're going to match this $15,000 for a total of $30,000. And we're going to take that $30,000 and turn this place into something that everybody in this room will really love. You need somewhere to write about Johnny the naysayer. Johnny! Hey, come on, man! Yeah. That's it.
Thank you, John.
Check down
What
there.
a solid back.
That's it.
Solid.
Don't write so hard.
A while ago, you were saying no, and now we're writing $15,000 back.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, I think on behalf of Corbin and myself, welcome to Restaurant Makeover.
Thank you very much.
All right, you bet.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very
So
much.
here we go. Now, everybody.
Welcome,
Thank
everybody.
you. Yay.
Fearless is not a good word because it doesn't have anything to do with, you know, what a place is emotionally and the attachment to it. I know I'll be a complete wreck waiting for this to, you know, finish.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Igor!
I love Igor, but he looks like a maniac with an axe in his hand, and he's smashing this guy's life apart.
Executive Chef Corbin Tomaszeski and top designer Jonathan Furlong are walking into a lion's den. The artists and friends that consider Dooney's their second home are skeptical about change.
I'm really concerned that you're going to turn this into something that's not Graziano by leaving it in the hands of other people.
And owner Graziano is risking mutiny if things don't work out. It will be a delicate dance to do a makeover that will attract new business and satisfy the regulars. And they have to have it all wrapped up in just 6 days.
This place is really bare. The walls are bare, the floor is bare, there's nothing here. It's got good bones, but there's not much to demo.
What I want to do at Dooney's is a real sort of blending of contemporary and eclectic. I think we've got to be able to blend a couple of different elements in there. And I think we've got to clean up the lines, we've got to make it a much more contemporary space. But we want to bring in some warmth and some Italy, really, I do. I want to bring in a little bit of Italy, a little bit of European. Okay?
I found this book about Dooney's.
What about it? Is it really about it?
Yes.
No, it's just matching words.
No.
We're gonna leave the bar where it is, but we're gonna bring in this new granite surface on top of it. Okay, so that's, you know, we're not gonna drive Igor crazy, we don't have to get him moving, you know, bars all over the place. It'll be a simpler fix. Here, we've got these half French tables that are gonna be emitting from this bar. Gorgeous tables with inlaid matching granite to the bar. Beautiful banquettes done in gorgeous, like, rich tone fabrics. We've got color, we've got warmth. It just surrounds you. And then these are gonna be over all the tables. I've got this beautiful red that I want to do the underside of the bulkhead in, which is gonna be painted this color. I'm bringing this nice chunky bulkhead out over this bar. This is the floor. Beautiful floors. At the back, we're gonna have this beautiful celebration table. I want to do this beautiful ornate chandelier back here.
I just want to make sure that the space blends itself also to dinner, because they're not doing a lot of dinner. We gotta get the people in. What's going on here?
We're removing the, you know that giant fridge that was in the back?
The big cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Where are you putting it?
We're gonna get him a pizza fridge.
The pizza cooler? I'm not sold on it.
That goes in
Pizza
the kitchen.
fridge.
Yeah. The only trouble is we got no dough. And I don't know, I think Igor's gonna try and make some calls, and I'm gonna try and make some calls and see if we can pull in some favors. We are gonna move this wall.
Okay, so I'm liking the space. I think it's gonna be perfect for a dinner environment. However, you have to think about the artists and the writers.
I want to be able to pay homage to them in some way. What I want to do is find some sculpture or something that denotes, you know, what Dooney's is about.
Igor! Hold on a sec. It just so happened they invite me in while Igor is smashing the bar. This is not what I was expecting. Everything is part of you. The floor is part of you, the coffee machine, the lights.
I love Igor, but he looks like a maniac with an axe in his hand, and he's smashing this guy's life apart.
Igor, let's just come talk to Graz for 2 seconds.
This is supposed to be, you know, just a resurfacing.
Graz didn't think we were losing the bar.
He doesn't know whether we're taking the bar and moving it down to the back of the restaurant.
You know, I've spent like 20 years behind that bar. It's been my life. It's a freaking tragedy.
He gotta be a little bit more sympathetic. This is his...
I am very sympathetic, guys. I am taking the old crap out of here, and I'm making it beautiful.
I think I was quite emotional at that moment.
All three of you can keep talking. I gotta do my job. I only have 6 days. I don't have time for emotions or any of those conversations. I gotta finish my job on time, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
The entire design plan can't change at this point.
It's changed.
Yeah, but what are the things
whole
that have
design.
to change? The whole design can't change.
One after another one. So I made a huge list for him to drop. All that other bulkhead that we had to build, the other wall, not happening.
Top designer Jonathan Furlong is dealing in risky business. The fate of the legendary Dooney's restaurant is in his hands. He plans to pay homage to the artist clientele, but can't resist injecting the place with a little of his own pizzazz. Chef Corbin Tomaszeski is worried that he may be going too far, but he has no time to argue. He has a whole menu to revamp, and there are only 5 days left.
The idea was to reuse the structure of the bar. I started removing the layers. There was layers and layers of different years of build-ups, and we discovered a couple of different bars underneath. There's constant leak in the plumbing or something. For over the years, this whole area is rotted out, and there's literally no floor. It's really serious. This is a real disaster. But I definitely have to fix the floor, and the floor joists are rotten. Jonathan, I'm here to spoil your mood.
Yeah, so this whole bar thing is supposed to be easy. No relocation, no plumbing, no electrical. All we're doing is putting a new face on it, changing it slightly, moving the cash. That's it. Now, it's turned into an odyssey. Like, it's just, this is gonna be a nightmare.
Quick, I really do need you, okay?
You must be Michael.
I am.
Corbin.
Corbin, nice to meet you.
I've met the town crowd, or as I like to call them, and John and I like to call them the town mob. I've learned that they don't like change.
Don't like change at all.
They don't like to pay a lot of money.
Don't like to pay money.
And they don't like to leave in a speedy kind of fashion. They like to linger.
They like to linger for 5, 6
And they're very opinionated.
Very.
My first
dish is going to be marinated sardines with salsa verde. So what we have here are fresh saltwater sardines.
Now, is this a main course?
This is an appetizer.
Appetizer.
Actually, all three dishes I'm going to be making today are going to be all appetizers. All from the dinner menu, yes.
Okay.
What we're going to do is debone the sardines.
This is all one big fridge that's got 3 compartments sink in it, and all the plumbing and freezing lines are all going through the fridge, down to the floor, plumbed to the basement, to a compressor, to the drain, to the water supply. There's a lot of pipes running to it. We already pre-cut plywood, and I brought 2x10 to reinforce the joists. And if we successfully lift it up and keep it in the air for half an hour, we can fix the floor and drop it back on without replumbing everything, which will save us huge chunk of time.
Now we're going to marinate them in a salsa verde. It's a Spanish ingredient.
Sardines, salsa verde. Where's the taste of Italy?
So far, we only lifted the fridge up. Now we're gonna work on the floor, and if that is done, that we can call it success. And we're back to square one, which should be our first day in here. But by that time, it would be, in reality, the end of our second day.
We're gonna start by searing off the sardines.
This is a really big appetizer, I have to tell you. They can't complain on the price on this one.
Can't complain on the price on this one, no.
Hey, I'm kind of digging the whole artsy-fartsy theme on the plate. It kind of goes with your clientele.
Sardines with salsa verde.
Did it look pretty? Not so much. Am I keen on having hot fish on salad? No. It's good. I'm not sure about the salad being on the bottom of the warm fish, but it tastes really good.
Day 2 of construction. Let's see what we've got. This looks very, very, very upsetting and way behind.
I got a big hole that we just finished sealing.
Yeah.
We sealed all of your dreams and your fancy design right in there.
This is now a disaster. This is like a 2-day disaster.
The bottom fell off. I gotta put it down somehow, and I gotta fix this thing. Well, I'm repairing the bar, and clock is ticking. And every minute on that clock means something just fell out of design. First, the bulkhead fell off.
That has to happen. That has to happen. That's the only thing that has to happen.
Bulkhead's not happening.
But I gotta have the bulkhead over the bar.
The entire design plan can't change at this point.
It's changed.
Yeah, but what are the things
whole
that have to
design.
change? The whole design can't change.
One after another one. So I made a huge list for him to drop. All that other bulkhead that we had to build, the other wall, not happening.
So I think what we'll do is we'll just drywall over that brick. We won't bring it across. Let the brick be on the one wall, and then we'll just drywall that, and that way the chandelier will hang from it.
75 pendants that you purchased to put in here, can't do it. Change it to truck light, get a truck light that has pendants in it, do something.
And it turns into, you know, list of things that are gone. Well, everything's gone. You know what? I can work around everything else, but the intimacy of this whole front area of the bar is gonna be that bulkhead. I'm not budging on the bulkhead.
Here's the buddy that really is at fault. Why don't you go out there, spend a couple of minutes thinking about it, then come back and help me. Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Igor!
Oh, God. Listen.
I'm in the tub!
I walked all the way from there to get answers from you. Look what are you doing?
Some hot sardines on a salad are leaving executive chef Corbin Tomaszeski a bit cold.
I'm not sure about the salad being on the bottom of the warm fish, but
Dooney chef Michael has the right idea, but needs a little adjustment to make his appetizer appetizing. Design star Jonathan Furlong is in deep trouble. Igor has uncovered a floor and plumbing crisis that has eaten into his construction time, and he's told Jonathan that his complicated design will need to be sacrificed.
All that other bulkhead that we had to build, the other wall, not happening.
With only 4 days left, they're back to square one.
The bar, it's fixed, the floor's fixed underneath, which was a disaster. Big job, done.
Okay, so dish number 2 is the warm spinach salad.
Graziano says it's all about Calabria, but I haven't seen one single dish that's even indigenous of that part of Italy.
I have to make trim for the fancy tables with granite inserts, can't bite. Gotta make it really Frenchy, really sexy looking with nice curves. One of a kind, custom made.
We have some roasted garlic and some cherry tomatoes.
I have to make 8 small tables, exactly the same. I have to make 5 bigger tables for banquets, and I have to make 1 celebration table, which is the biggest one. Then I have to make 12 banquets, and we gotta make 4 tables on the face of the bar.
Does it bother you that some of your clientele sit in there for hours on end?
If I was the owner, it would really annoy me. Warm spinach salad with goat's cheese.
Tastes good. It's kind of, you know, it's like it's not finished. Talking about dinner, maybe I would take this and convert it into more of a dinner item and maybe put a nice grilled piece of meat or fish or something on it. Dish number 3?
Number 3. I'm promising oodles of Italian.
This is the big one, the finale.
This is the big one. This
has to be Italian.
It's gonna be Italian.
Okay. So, you promised that this dish is truly
utterly Italian.
Bacala
alla calabrese.
Which is codfish with tomatoes and vegetables, peasant style.
Onions, bell peppers, and spicy banana peppers. And then we're just gonna go in with some fresh tomato. We're gonna braise the codfish in this tomato sauce. Let this braise for 2 hours, roughly.
Jonathan had plenty of time to think of what he can drop. So I can't waste a minute. I went looking for him. I went to the house where he is. Hello. Okay, Jonathan, it's time to compromise. And here's what you gotta do. You gotta forget about bulkhead above celebration table.
Igor? Igor? Listen, I'm in the tub. I'm working on our stuff.
There to get answers from you. Look what are you doing?
I gotta get to a place where it's peaceful decision-making time. Better than drywall dust and screaming Igor.
I'm working. I'm fixing our design problems.
So, I get it. Compromises have to be made.
Oh, you make me sick, buddy.
Come on, get out of
I need the
here.
answers.
I'm willing to give up the back bulkhead. The celebration table, I'm hoping, is going to look even cleaner and better. And I'm even willing to give up the bulkhead over the bar.
Can you just get out?
You gotta forget about pendant lights because it's gonna take forever to wire those.
One thing I'm not budging on, I'm not making a beautiful, beautiful restaurant and putting the old track light up there. That's just not happening.
We're gonna plate it up for you. There we go. And if we had some crusty bread, that would go on there as well.
If only. This needs bread.
We don't have any bread, so you're gonna have to try it without the bread. Bacala calabrese.
I have to tell you, I haven't tasted it yet, but I think of all 3,
it's pretty Italian.
This one is probably my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, see? It tastes good, it's Italian, it's authentic, and I like it. I thought this would be the opportune time to go through your menu.
I know that all the chefs on the show like to scratch all the stuff off the menu.
First of all, I have to say, I always love when they have a laminated menu. Get rid of the laminated menu. The codfish, which we just had here, right? I don't know if I'd keep it as an appetizer. The codfish we're gonna keep, but we're gonna keep it as a main, with nice bread. The pan-fried sardines with the salsa verde. I will agree to keep it on the basis that we can change the presentation on it. It needs to be a main, and the salad needs to either go on the top or on the side. No hot fish on salad anymore, so that when you put the hot fish on, the greens don't get all soggy and wilty.
I can see that. I didn't like the slashing of the menu, just because, you know, no chef likes anybody scratching out things from their menu.
Surf and turf. Not unless you're on the coast of Italy. Italian?
Not at all.
It can't be here. Pasta. You have to have pasta on your Italian menu, I get it.
How many would you need?
Maybe 4. Pizzas? 3, absolute max. You're not a pizzeria.
No, you have to have 4.
Good, we agree on 3. 25 years with the same menu, it has to change. And Michael, if you're ever gonna put a stamp on a restaurant and truly make it your own, now is the time.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
The fridge is staying in the corner.
The fridge is not staying in the corner, man. There's no way. Corbin has convinced him that the pizza fridge doesn't work and doesn't offer enough storage.
Things are looking up. The Dooney's disasters are getting remedied one by one. And top designer Jonathan Furlong is finally making some compromises. One thing that's not negotiable, lighting. Igor will have to find a way to hang pendants because track lights just won't cut it. Back in the kitchen, Michael has finally impressed executive chef Corbin Tomaszeski with an authentic calabrese dish.
This is really good.
After a tussle about the menu,
Maybe 4, but you can't.
How about 3? I'll meet you in the middle, 3. You know, you're not a pizzeria here.
Corbin is finally ready to start revamping. He'd better act fast because time is running out.
So I have to talk to Igor about the fridge. But you know what? We're going to convert the space and the dining room and create focus on dinner. Thus, I need somewhere to put food in a cooler. So Igor, figure it out, build around it, do whatever you have to do, but the fridge has to stay. No ifs, no ands, no buts. You can do it.
Here's the shape. These are the lines that we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut this. You can hold on to that out of this.
I'm glad that we saved all detailed work, the tables and trim and all that. That really, it does take time. It's a very delicate job. It looks beautiful. It's more furniture making than actually building something. And that's what makes the place look beautiful. And that's where I can't compromise because I'm really then gonna ruin his design.
I decided I'm going to take Michael to a pasta factory, you know, show him how the pasta is made and really show him that he can actually create a pasta dish that is his own. This is Salvatore. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
This guy is the master when it comes to making pasta. Mix and match, design it. It's all about Michael.
Pasta, can you do a different stripe pasta? Just
Different
green?
stripe, black, red.
We'll do the black.
Put it on a white plate, that'll look beautiful.
Any filling?
Any filling you like.
How about squash?
Sure, if you like squash, we put squash.
Pear? Do you have
pear?
can
Sure,
you do
no
squash
problem.
and pear filling?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we've got agnolotti with black stripes.
Squash and
pear, and sage. But no green, we'll do it with the black. It's gonna pop on that plate, and this will be your signature dish.
It's day 4 of construction, 2 days left. A lot of stuff is done. The bar has granite. We haven't touched the lights yet, but
Leo's getting there.
the subfloor is done. The hardwood's not here, waiting on the hardwood. The celebration area got drywalled. We got 2 walls up. I had to make Corbin happy. He insisted on keeping a fridge, and Jonathan wanted to get rid of the fridge.
I built the wall for a celebration table and the area. It all worked out. It's pretty big. It's gonna be nice. And the wall is smooth. The brick is gone.
Making the Corbin happy, keeping the fridge, and making Jonathan happy, hiding it.
Before we cook, I have to tell you a couple things. Your kitchen, I hooked you up with new pots and pans.
Corbin brought some gifts for me. He brought me some pots and some new plates, which are both very nice and much appreciated.
I'm gonna give you the apron here.
All right,
You ready?
we're ready.
So everything I'm cooking today is all about
Main course.
main course. How can you be in an Italian restaurant and not have one veal dish? So I want to give you veal shank or ossobuco with caponata. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Great thing about this recipe is it's not an expensive cut of veal. It's the shank, so it's a little less expensive. You know, you dredge it in some flour, you put it in some beautiful olive oil.
So, day 4 construction. I walk in. We only got 2 days left, so I'm kind of not knowing what to expect. Hello, everybody. Oh my God. The granite's in already. Like, this is fantastic. I am thinking we are way ahead.
This makes me very happy. Jonathan walks in, dragging this big ugly thing behind him. What is that you got?
Potential new bar stool. What do you think?
Well, I think they're horrible. It's massive, it's really heavy on upholstery. It will work somewhere else, but in this place, he realizes it doesn't work. I bet he's got it on sale.
Gonna give it lots of color, brown on both sides, then we're gonna just take it out, add some veggies, deglaze with some dry marsala.
Okay.
Sexy. Some veal stock. Maybe don't do veal stock, you could do like a beef stock. A little bit of tomato paste.
Simple enough.
Forget about it. Serve it on, just caponata, which is just sauteed vegetables. Potato is eggplant. This one I'm gonna put a little bit of white wine in. We're gonna add some tomato. Finish it off with some black pitted olives. While we're waiting, let's do the topping. Like remoulade. 1 part garlic, 1 part lemon, 1 part parsley. Remoulade. I gotta bring out the good bread, the crusty calabrese bread. So with the bread. Ossobuco with caponata.
Good.
It's cheap, cheerful, but it looks good and it tastes damn good.
Nice crusty Italian bread. It was good.
Look at the table. Come on. Look at the
This
table.
is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Like these tables that Igor made, this guy is a craftsman. Honestly, they are beautiful.
The ceiling's painted. The only questions left is the lights. I assume those truck lights are staying.
They're definitely, no. We had to change all the pendants from going straight into the ceiling to fitting on a track, so they can move them when the tables move, if they decide to.
The fridge is staying in the corner. That wall
The
is
fridge is not staying in the corner, man. There's no way. Corbin has convinced him that the pizza fridge doesn't work and doesn't offer enough storage, so he, I guess, makes the midnight phone call to Igor, and they build walls around it.
You know what? They got my cooler fridge there in the back. They covered it up, boxed it in. That's great. I knew I'd get my own way.
So that's our solution. There it is. We don't have to get a new fridge. This is fine. You don't even see it.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
My art installation is not up. I don't know why. He's telling me that there's no money in the budget for the art.
You need to speak to him about it.
We have to be able to keep this guy in.
It's non-negotiable.
Internationally celebrated chef Corbin Tomaszeski is bringing a taste of Italy to Dooney's kitchen. The ossobuco is a hit with Chef Michael, and the new menu is taking shape. Meanwhile, the restaurant itself is not taking to the change. Although things are starting to come together, a slow start and some last-minute changes are costing Jonathan some essential design elements. And even with all his compromises, there's no guarantee that Igor and his crew will be able to pull everything off in time. There are only 2 days left, and it's anyone's guess as to how things are going to play out.
Day before reveal is really tough day because, again, nothing's finished. The hardwood floor is pretty much there, but as you can see, it's not finished. The bar is there, but it's not capped. The tables are there, they're missing skirts, they're missing legs. Nothing is stained, nothing is clear coated. There's a bunch of tables to make.
We still don't have banquettes. I did finally find a sculptor that can do what I think is gonna be absolutely amazing. It's gonna be like a beautiful, like 2 columns of books that are gonna look like sculpture. So it's day before reveal, and quite frankly, I am pissed right off. My art installation is not up. I don't know why, and I'm upset. I need Mike. Mike, the producer comes down, and that's always tense, and so he's telling me that there's no money in the budget for the art.
I know he's a wonderful artist in that, and I applaud you for bringing him in, but there's really nothing I can do.
Well, the reality is, Mike, the numbers that I sent you, as I said and prefaced the email with, they are first draft numbers.
But you need to speak to him about
we
it.
have to be able to keep this guy in.
It's non-negotiable, so...
Well, then you know what? I'll pay him.
You pay
Okay?
for it. Good luck with that. Best of luck.
I will. Not happy at all.
A lot of yelling going on back there. Are you concerned?
I'm a little concerned, yeah.
Really? You should be. A creamy polenta with a little bit of pancetta, Italian sausage, and rapini. So this is Corbin's Italian version of bangers and mash.
Hello, Igor.
Brother, feel your pain. Can I give you a hug?
Thank you. Sweetheart, feels my pain.
Yeah, and finally I've got these slides, and I gotta install it. Usually I drill separate holes for each slice and bring a line to there, install the boxes, you know. And here this track is already on the ceiling, and we need just to put it on, and that's it.
This is where it all kind of comes together. So we need to take some of this beautiful rapini. Lots of cheese. Butter's in. I have to put the pancetta in as well. Stir that in. Oh, some tomatoes. Put a little bit of cream in. Look at this.
So there's your mash.
Gotta have more cheese. Artsy fartsy time. That is. Chive oil. And there you have it. Crema polenta with classic Italian sausage and rapini.
I like it. I think people will like that. That's probably going to be a popular item.
This used to be 4x4, part of the skid that the hardwood came on. I recycled it, I took them out of the skid, cut them. This is a rough shape. Then I sand it, curve it, and this ugly piece of wood turns it a leg. Scary on the bottom, beautiful at the top.
Final dish. Total inspiration from this pasta shop that we went to the other day.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back and talk to Salvatore and see what he can do for us.
Look at these guys. Beautiful. Stuffed with squash and pear, sage, in boiling water. And this is gonna be the sage butter that goes on top of the pasta. A little bit of butter and a splash of olive oil. Just a little bit of chilies. So you know when they float to the top?
They're ready.
They're ready. We got floaters. A little bit of sage. Pepper. So no sauce on this.
Just the butter.
Just the sage butter.
Those are?
These are deep fried butternut squash. Butternut squash agnolotti with side salad. Technically, this is Michael pasta. Because you chose the ingredients that went in here.
I might have to think twice about it.
Really?
I don't like it. I think it's too sweet. The mixture.
Is it the sweetness of the squash that's throwing you off?
It's too sweet, yeah.
Oh, I love it. 3 new dishes that aren't expensive, that are new, that are artsy-fartsy.
Or Italian.
That definitely Italian. Appeal to the old town, the community.
Yep.
And of course, it's going to draw in new people.
I think guys will like the food for the most part. They're all familiar flavors for him, you know, all being Italian dishes. So yeah, I think everybody will enjoy it.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I am finally done the first column.
Give me some love.
Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you so much, Bruno, for doing
you're very
this.
welcome.
You know, it's such a tribute to the artist, and it's so flattering to get an artist. And you do work all over the world. It's amazing to have you here.
Great. Well, I'm very happy to be part of Dooney's renovation.
I'm just so thankful that Bruno's stuff made it in because we're going to be able to keep it.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
So it's day reveal, and I'm thrilled. It's looking, you know, I mean, there's some work to still be done, but you know, it's looking amazing.
I have a bad news for you.
What?
We're not gonna have a reveal today. I have to finish it. There's so much to do.
I got the whole town hall people. They're gonna lynch me.
It's the day of the reveal, and on the surface, things appear to be on track. Celebrity chef Corbin Tomaszeski has brought Chef Michael around, and the new Dooney's menu promises to celebrate Italy like never before. In the front of the house, Igor has made huge strides in fixing the unexpected problems, but unfortunately, the setbacks have cost the crew precious time. With so many loose ends remaining, will the crew be able to pull off a miracle, or will Jonathan have to face Graziano and his anxious customers and beg for forgiveness?
So it's day reveal, and I'm thrilled. It's looking, you know, I mean, there's some work to still be done, but you know, it's looking amazing. The tables look fantastic. The stains on them now, they look beautiful, granite inlays, and my chandelier's here. It looks phenomenal.
I have a bad news for you.
What?
We're not gonna have a reveal today. I have to finish it. There's so much to do.
I got the whole town hall people. They're gonna lynch me. I guess the reasons we're not ready, the banquettes are still being assembled. The tables have to be clear coated. The chandelier's not hung. Oh.
Hey, Graz, it's Jonathan. Got some good news and I got some bad news.
Got this message today from Jonathan, and it really disturbed me.
I'm outside getting a breath of fresh air, and the phone rings. It's Graziano.
It's just bull, okay? I don't care. You know, I have staff that are looking to come back to work and, you know, and getting back into this, and they all need money like everyone else.
You know what? I'd rather have you walk into a perfect place and pat me on the back and give me a kiss on the cheek then.
He's pissed.
I'm really, really sorry, Graz.
No, I don't think anybody there is really sorry.
Graz.
And he's not kissing this cheek anytime soon.
I heard it all.
I love you, Graz. Please just keep your spirits up, okay?
So I took it like a champ and I waited. I'm having a hard time. I just want you to know that.
Okay. All right, man. I'll call you later, okay?
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
So it's day reveal, and it's, you know, we've pushed it a day, and now we've got to give them over the top, I's dotted, T's crossed, everything in place, or it's gonna be lights out for Johnny.
I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous.
Well, you know, you should be nervous because, hey, if you remember when Graz came in, he was clearly upset that the bar was being destroyed. And now look at this place. It doesn't at all look like Dooney's, but it looks amazing. Everyone will love it.
Let's go get him, because you know what? I can't wait anymore.
My wish list is for Jonathan to create an atmosphere of some intimacy for the evenings, but at the same time keep it loose and relaxed for the day.
Here it is, Graz. Here it is.
Taking my breath away. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, man. This is special.
Everybody here has poured their heart and their soul into this place, and we, on behalf of everybody, I couldn't be happier. We've got Bruno Bilio's art installations, we've got custom-made tables, we've got a granite bar.
Look at this. Remember how you were freaking out about that?
It works very, very well. That's the beauty of creating something from beginning. The floor is absolutely beautiful, and the booths, I think, creates the intimacy that we need to bring in that comfort for people. And I think, I really believe, and I hope so for everyone, that you've gotten the spirit of the community. This is brilliant.
These right here, Igor has hand-carved those.
I just want to say one more thing, Jonathan. Right now, kissing your cheeks is just fine with me.
These tables, obviously, one of a kind. One of a kind, tested out, metallized crystal chandelier.
Igor has to be complimented.
Oh my God. You know what?
I mean,
Honestly.
I know I got mad at him the night that he was tearing the bar. I know I got emotional about it, but I think, you know, coming and understanding where he comes from, he's a creator.
He's a craftsman.
He doesn't destroy.
Absolutely.
Really nice.
Wow, this is amazing. Wow. So the town hall starts to arrive, none of them with lanterns or anything. No, they're not, it's not a hunt.
I like it.
It's universally blowing them out of the water. It's beautiful.
Very nice. This is great.
Hey, the Dooney naysayers have become yay-sayers. Good for you, John.
So what we have here is Viola Sabuco on a bed of caponata and some nice crusty Italian bread.
I enjoyed, I really did. It's a lot of what we grew up with. You know, the Osambuco was absolutely tender and melted.
And you know what? This dish won't be too sweet, I tell you. They're gonna love it.
Yes, I think the food that he chose and all of it, cost-wise, are just really work well.
This is the best for last right here.
I really believe Dooney's will continue on and the spirit will continue on.
This dish was created by the one and only Chef Michael.
Ah.
So I took him on a tour, went to this pasta shop, and he basically created all this on his own. But tell him what to eat.
Okay, so these are angelotti, stuffed with butternut squash and pear.
I tell you, I think it's just a perfect balance.
So we present all the food, and I'm sitting back and I look at Michael, I look at Graziano, I look at the town hall, and I really see that everything has all kind of come together. And that's what a restaurant should be. And dinner can happen in this restaurant now, and I really don't think people are going to be apprehensive about bringing out their wallets.
On behalf of Graziano Marchese, we want to thank a couple of people. First of all, Corbin and John, you guys did an amazing job with Igor. Graziano, congratulations. Thank you all. A cheer to this new makeover.
Since day one we did a vote, today we should do a vote.
Yes.
So all in favor of loving the new Dooney say yay, and all those not in favor has to leave. Okay, so we're gonna vote. How many people love the new Dooneys?
Yay!
Unbelievable. These two hands created that magnificent dish. Thank you. You like it, right?
It's a good dish, yeah.
So simple.
A little narcissistic, but it was a good dish.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And hopefully the town folks like it. Well, they will. I don't now because I know I like it and it's a damn good dish.